All right. Hey, too, I'm Lucky, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about the most used exotic armors per class inside PvP. I have a full chart here that was created, and this is really interesting to look into to see which exotics most hunters are using, warlocks, and titans. Let's start from the top, though. Of course, hunters make up 47.9% of PvP currently, and they are using Stompies as their most used exotic, which really surprises me. They have terrible airborne effectiveness. If you jump in the air and shoot your gun, you're just gonna miss more than half the time. Even if you should hit the shot, you're gonna miss. So I think a lot of hunters still just sort of glued to Stompies because that's what they're used to playing. But definitely it's the time to change. And you can see a lot of people are transitioning over to Wormhusk Crown. Now that's probably going to be due to Solar 3.0 and Restoration, all of that, which is a really strong build. So not surprised to see that at 21.6%, just behind Stompies at 25%. Omni there. Oh god, this one's getting scary. Omni is becoming a real pandemic. I've made a few videos talking about this inside trials. It is painful to play against. You pretty much have to use it. It's so oppressive. If someone's using it against you, if you don't use it and someone swaps to it, it's so unbelievably strong, so hard to play against. Being invis all the time, damage resistance, the ability to close the distance without the enemies really knowing you're there, etc., etc. Omni is as definitely broken in my opinion. Let me know if you agree or disagree down in the comments below. 16% of people using Omni. Then let's go on down the list and see what other obscure exotics people are using. We've got Young Hamakara's Spine, so that's probably Solar 3.0 for those trip mines. We've got Dragon Shadow, doesn't surprise me there. It's been a popular exotic for a while. Caliban's Hand with the new exotic Gauntlet, also doesn't surprise me. It's pretty good with certain builds. Arthur's Embrace, the throwing knife exotic, so I can see why some hunters would like that. Then Foe Tracer, then Gemini Jester, Frosties, Oath Keepers for the bows, Six Coyote, Graviton Forfeit, Mask of Bakris, Lucky Pants, none, and then below that, Knucklehead Radar. Some people would rather use no exotic than Knucklehead Radar. That's pretty crazy. Now let's move on to the next one. We'll talk about Warlocks. This one's probably the most interesting of all these because the difference of Ophidian aspects to the rest of the exotics for Warlocks is wild. 55.6% of Warlocks are rocking Ophidian aspects. Doesn't entirely surprise me in PvP because the melee range and all the other passive benefits of Ophidians just make them such a workhorse and such a good exotic. Seems like every Warlock I match inside PvP is using them. So 55.6 for Warlocks. The Ophidians are really strong. How does Bungie address this though? Do they nerf Ophidians or do they buff the other exotics? Who knows what they'll choose to do, but definitely the Ophidians are the way to go if you're on your Warlock. And then 20.8% on Transversive Steps. So those are like the only two serious options, like two options for Warlock. Hunter at least has like three serious and then like three kind of good backups as well. But for Warlock, it seems like there's just those two. Then the third one is Stag, which doesn't surprise me either. Get that damage resistance inside that Rift. And we've got the Osmiomancy gloves, so we can throw those stasis turrets like crazy. Then we've got Rain of Fire and Starfire Protocol, and so on and so forth, all the way down to nothing. And then we'll go down to the last class. The Titan makes up 25.9% of players inside PvP. They have the Dune Marchers on as their most used exotic now, even though Dune Marchers got that harsh nerf. Still really strong, good movement, and it has that chaining abilities. And when you're on a Titan, you want to be punching things anyways, so it makes a lot of sense that people would still rock Dune Marchers. And then they have the Lorelei Splendor Helm. I really thought this would be the number one most used exotic. I see every Titan using this, especially with Solar 3.0. I thought that would be number one, but apparently a lot of Titans still holding on to their Dune Marchers. The third most used one goes to Syntheseps. Now, no surprise there. That has kind of like an Ophidian effect to it, where you can punch from really far away. I wouldn't say it's as strong as Ophidian aspects, but it's still really good and fits the Titan subclass really well. One-Eyed Mask is still a really good exotic. It actually makes up 9.7%. The Titans have the most even distribution of their exotics. Peacekeepers are a really good option, especially rocking SMGs. Peregrine Greaves are an excellent option, and I see a lot of people using those as well for that one-hit kill. Shoulder Charge. Then you've got Citans, which is also another really good option, although it fell all the way to 3.4%. Then you have Heart of Inmost Light, Antaeus Wards, and then I can't even read. We got Alpha Lupi there, and then so on and so forth. So that is a complete breakdown of all of the exotics used per class. Let me know your thoughts about this down below. What exotics are you using PvP? Which of these exotics would you like to see buffed? And which of these exotics would you like to see nerfed? Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Smash the like button. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Later.